It's always fun to talk real estate with Condo Leo. How are you, Leo?
I'm great. How you guys doing?
Good.
Very good.
We are talking about exciting stuff today. We're going to show the bad MLS pictures soon. That's always popular. Depreciation, my friend.
Depreciation reports, yes.
What in God's name is a depreciation report?
Well, kind of the best way to put it in English, I would say, is depreciation report it's a future planning on what's going to happen in the building as far as cost, repairs, maintenance, things like that, and where you stand today looking forward.
Okay, so why is this being implemented as a rule, like it has to be done?
As of December 2011, it was in place. You have until 2013 to actually comply with it. And you can still vote it out of your strata with a 3/4 vote.
God,
so
stratas are fun.
I know.
Yeah.
So it is in place, but you can get it out.
Yeah.
Is this one of those questions that if you're looking at a condo, you should be asking about, you know, the strata's plans or whether they're planning on doing a depreciation
Exactly.
report?
It's starting to come into play now. You do a few more showings and people are starting to say, do you have a depreciation report? I haven't seen one yet. I still only have samples, but that question is starting to be asked, and it's going to be asked more and more.
So I'm guessing this reflects, too, sort of future costs of ownership as well as you're going around.
Exactly. So what it is it's good for the people who own in the building, because now they can look at it realistically and say, this is what the kind of money we're going to need in 10, 20, 30 years. Especially it's good for older buildings that are starting to
exterior and blah, blah, blah.
Exactly.
Right.
And then the major stuff that could happen as well. They plan for that. And then it's also good for a new buyer who's looking into the building and saying, you know, what am I looking at for costs once I get into this?
So what is going to be the difference between a depreciation report and the actual strata reports that you get from a building? Shouldn't they have all that information in them, or is it just going to narrow stuff down?
It's kind of just going to be added to it. So all the minutes are still going to be in there. You can do
Because the minutes aren't long enough.
and then you're going to have the engineering reports, then you're going to have a bunch of other docs, and now we're going to add the depreciation report.
Shouldn't there be an easier way to get all the information in one place rather than having more and more reports? It seems kind of like a make-work project.
Fiona, come on, stop trying to simplify things.
And no one would make money off that. They have to charge $200 a document now, too.
Right.
How much time do you spend reading strata notes and stuff like this on behalf of your clients? Because it is really daunting. I remember when Fee was looking at her places, it's really daunting if you don't know the building to try and figure out what kind of building it is, what's going to happen 5 years, 10 years down the road.
You know, it depends how much. If it's a new building, like if it just hit the market, great. I've got one document. It's the developer's disclosure. I order the Form B and I'm done. If it's a 20-year-old building, well, you've got some reading to do. Technically, you read the last 2 years of strata minutes.
Yeah.
Important things.
I thought you were going to say the last 2 pages, because that's what I did.
I would not say that. He does it with novels, too. That John Grisham boy, he ties
And you know,
it up in
we're
a nice
also pretty good at reading them now. I know where to go, and I know things I need to look for as far as once I get the documents.
And we've touched on this before.
Yeah.
This is what it comes down to, having a good real estate agent who is working with you, someone who can, I mean, because there's a lot of information, who knows where to look when it comes to strata doc. I mean, as a buyer, you have to do your due diligence and read the stuff if you want to be responsible for your spending your money.
I want you to read it, but don't worry, I'm also going to read it and send you my like notes on what I've just read.
Well, and the other thing is either you or someone who's been working in the downtown core of Vancouver or wherever people are buying, they know the buildings. They know the builders. They know the reputations of each individual building.
That's very important. The beauty about buying a house is you literally just do the inspection, make sure there's no oil tank, and you're almost good to go. The condos, you just need to read and read and read.
And what is happening with the condo market? Everybody's talking about a price correction of 10% to 15%. A lot of places staying on the market longer. Is that accurate?
It's accurate. I mean, there's so much negativity in the press, unfortunately, when it comes to real estate. I think everybody just wants to be the guy who called it. Right. I told you, you know.
People have been trying to call this for the last 10 years.
So where all of a sudden does someone think they have a crystal ball? Because nobody can predict.
Inevitably, markets will go down. And also, inevitably, markets will go up.
And a lot of the problem with those reports are that they talk about the market as a whole. Well, when we're talking, you know, downtown condos or Yaletown condos in a brand new building, I mean, that's a different market. We're still getting top dollar at some of our listings because it's a newer building, it's a hot area, something like that. So when they put everything as a whole, yes, because there's some that just take the percentages and destroy them.
There's some crap out there.
Yeah, and it's the same thing. And as far as the market goes, right now there's still people doing multiple offers. They're still getting top dollar. Just if you've got a nice place and you keep it upright, and you know, if you're selling a 20-year-old building that you've had a tenant and you've never painted the walls, well then don't expect that same price per square foot your neighbor just did, who's lived there and takes care of it.
Okay, so nice. We want to talk about a feature building for you.
Yes.
That you want to talk about because we're speaking of new buildings. There's not a ton of new development going on in downtown.
You don't always ever hear about the West End having having new development.
Yeah.
Exactly. So this one has the unique factor of being Vancouver's next West End new building.
And what are the cross streets here?
That's Burrard and Harwood.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's going to have a Harwood address, which is nice as well. Beauty about this building, a lot of people, when they first come and say, oh, it's on Burrard, I'm a bit worried about noise. It has air conditioning in every suite. So that's the major problem in Vancouver. You got to open your...
Don't have to open the windows in this
And it's only for, it looks like a month now anyway. You're going to have to do
air?
it.
Yeah, that's right. June's a total write-off from here on out
Exactly.
anyway. So.
Okay, you can go to the website, find out more information on that development.
That was modern, by the way.
But let's talk about our favorite part of this segment, the bad MLS photos that are really discovered by yourself on the MLS.
I get a lot of emails now from people who see them because they love to share them, and you just combing, looking for listings. Sometimes I just see one and I love it.
Pops out.
All right, here are our, whoa, that is a horrible color.
Well, this one's just kind of like, you see someone in the bottom right corner and you're like...
Oh my God, there's a person.
Whoa, there's just an arm.
Oh my God.
Don't get up.
And honestly, what is with that paint job? Like
I'm distracted by all the clutter,
but
too.
they missed bits.
And somebody's doing their homework.
I just don't know why people can't move for pictures. It's just too much of a hassle.
Wowzers, that's insane. And the seafoam green has got to go.
You can see that place didn't need an office.
This one's kind of a fun one I always do. It's
What
a good
are they
picture.
watching?
Exactly. I always try to find out if you can tell me what they're watching. I thought it was Bruce Lee, but then I was wrong.
I thought Survivor, but I need glasses.
No, Kojak? No.
If someone can figure, I always try to say, what are they actually watching? I like
They
to
need
see
to do
it.
something about their wiring. The OCD in me, not good.
Yeah.
But it's not a bad
It is a good
spot.
photo.
That's
This
a lot
one
of TV
I
in there.
love. So
this
one
is
was
so
like,
what?
come by a condo, take your dog for a walk, and watch him get attacked in the park. I love this one.
You'll love this neighborhood.
The dog's mauling the other dog, and the little white dog in the corner is going, yeah, get him.
Standing by.
Playing.
And this
Wow.
one is just know.
What is that of? Like, are we buying the pants?
It's a loft, but then
Lady's on her Bluetooth, though. Like, that lady, her demographic is on Bluetooth, and that's kind of rad.
I just
Wait, close
don't.
up on that again. It looks like she's actually talking to the pug on his Bluetooth.
She's her and the dog are having a Bluetooth conversation right there.
You gotta get out of the picture for that. I mean, you can't. Did you even know what the place looked like now? Have you even noticed it?
No, and we talk
Exactly.
about this
It's all
all the
stuff.
time, but it bears repeating. On MLS, that is the first impression people have
Exactly.
of whether they are going to even go and look at the place that you have for sale.
And despite the size and the price and everything else that's on the details, the pictures, with pictures say 1,000 words or whatever they say. It's so true for that because it's just, when you're combing through them, something stands out. You say, I want to see that. Especially when we're sending it to buyers, that's going to have a huge effect on them because they're not looking at the details.
I don't want to give people this advice, Leo, because it means we're not going to find these amazing photos.
And how disappointed would you be if you walked into that house and the lady with the Bluetooth talking to the pug wasn't there? I'd be devastated.
I'm going to go to that dog park and see if that dog was okay. If you want more information about what we were talking about today, or if you're looking for a great real estate agent, you can go to Condo Leo's website. And if you do find any bad MLS photos, send them straight to Leo, and we will feature them on this segment.
Becoming an expert. I feel a blog coming up, my friend. We're
kind of worried about the photos I'm going to get now.
He does get angry mail sometimes too.